guys, welcome to a new Kata and lane video. Today we're discussing the Ahri matchup, how to play it. In this game, I don't buy any items because who needs items against Ahri? The runes are 80 marks, 80 quints, magic pin glyphs, and scaling HP shields. It's a pretty early game focused matchup with some mid game and late game power spikes through the magic pin. Pretty good for first blooding and not terrible for late game. I like the mix. It's pretty solid. So the game begins, and we guard our jungle entrances. Nothing too interesting happens. So we wait for the minions to arrive in lane.
Ja, du bist auf deiner Insel mit dem anderen und flutterst.
Okay, so there's Ahri with skill Q. Good if you auto-attacks in, just because she's auto-attacking as well. You don't really want to push her in, but you also don't want to like get pushed in. Because ideally you want to get level 2 before her and maybe shine all in. So right now I'm kind of focusing on last hitting. You can use 2 Qs on Ahri in the early game. That was actually pretty bad. Pretty bad trade. I got Thunderlords. I didn't Q her. I could have auto-attacked the minion. Mistakes were made. So she's gonna hit level 2 first. I realized that I don't have any items. So I'm going back to buy some. And now we can talk about the items. Currently, really broken is Dorans Shield. You'd usually want to start with 2 pots in Dorans Shield because whatever poke Ahri throws at you, you can just heal back. Like single auto attacks are just can just be ignored completely. Of course, you don't want her to combo you with like a charm, because Dorans Shield is only good against like these short, small auto attack trades, or like only first half of Q trades. Okay, so we are level 2, we can look for an all-in, but she's level 3 now, so if we don't play it perfectly, we will get our damage. So right now we should hold off unless she like walks into a dagger like that, yeah. Okay, so since we get back the E, we can do another quick E auto attack after the trade is done. We'll get some HP back, and we have enhanced HP regeneration through the Dorans Shield, which means that if we trade evenly, the trade is gonna be in our favor in the end. We are going to hit level 3 off of the next minion. So now is the time where we can maybe look for a Shunpo engage, or we try to Shunpo behind her, throw up the W, and then Q auto attack Thunderlords proc, and E auto attack if she tries to chase. Just like that. If there are a lot of minions around, don't do the E auto attack thing because you'll have to walk back through a wave of minions who are now trying to attack you. Okay, so Ahri is really low, and right here, this is pretty cool move, but also pretty risky move. We see Ahri at below 200 HP, so because we have the early game setup, we are able to kill her with E, auto attack, and Q, which is exactly what we're gonna do. Now, the danger here is that Ahri is theoretically able to either flash this auto attack by just timing the flash correctly, so she cancels my auto attack, and I can just Q, and from that moment on, I'm fucked, because if I run after her, she just runs around the turret, and I can't get her. If I throw up W and try to get the E reset, I'll have to wait too long because my Shunpo is rank 1. So this is risky. This is something that against good enemies you should only do if you have the element of surprise on your side, because good players are going to either flash your Shunpo or flash the auto attack. Okay, so it works out. It was risky, but it worked out. We used the double W to get out from under the turret. Clear out the minion wave, and this is important. Whenever you get a kill, clear out the minion wave and back immediately. So now Ahri is gonna lose those 3-4 minions that I pushed into her turret, and I'm not gonna lose a lot. I could have stayed for one more wave and pushed that out as well, but I did not know where the enemy jungler was. Maybe I should have done it anyway because Hecarim was kind of close, but he was busy with the buff. I don't know, maybe he would have been a bit too low. Okay, so we walk back to lane. We had 850 gold, which means we could get 2 350 gold items. I try to get double longsword and a dark seal whenever possible in the early game. Or if I don't have enough money, if I have to back with like 650 gold, I'll get like boots and dark seal or boots alongside. depending on what I feel like. Okay, she walks into daggers. Pretty free poke. We are lucky enough to dodge the third shot because we have Dorans Shield. We're going to out-trade her right here. We were a bit greedy for the CS, so we tanked too much minion damage. Okay. Jump in, use the W immediately. Yeah, nice bait. So, yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. I see Hackram coming from the bot side. I know that I'll be able to jump on this dagger. Like, sometimes you may jump on a dagger and it expires, but the moment this falls, my Shanpo's on a 4-second cooldown, and daggers lay on the ground for exactly 4 seconds. So it falls right now, and my Shampo's at exactly 4 seconds, so I know that if I just use my Shampoo as soon as it's off cooldown, I'll be able to trigger this dagger, and my W has the same cooldown, so I can just jump on it, W, run around, wait for my Shampoo cooldown to come back. I maybe would have been able to solo kill her even with Ignite. Use the double dagger to push out the wave. You can go back right now if you want. I'll try to get some hits onto the turret simply because it's past 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes the mid lane turret loses a certain buff that halves your auto attack damage. Okay, so I see a roaming opportunity because enemy bot lane is really low, they have no mana. I avoid the pink ward. Now I'm looking for a dive. Okay, so at this situation again, I have Thunderlords up. You see there's no Thunderlord symbol in the taskbar. So I know that E auto attack Q will kill Soraka. So right here there's no problem with me just wasting my W, quote unquote, to get close to Soraka and just E auto attack Q. If she flashes, that's that. Then I'm just gonna walk away from the situation. So I do it. I W for speed, E auto attack Q. She almost flashes my auto attack. It was really close again. Not risky this time because we're not tower diving, but close. Like, this is something that is not gonna work consistently in a high level of play. Okay, so as soon as Soraka dies, I throw up W. I actually don't. I start with Q. Tristana runs away. I don't get the kill. I barely managed to get out. Okay, so this is a bit badly, sloppily played, so let's actually review this real quick. The moment that Soraka dies, I should probably position myself outside of third range but as close to Tristana as possible, which is right here. I guess instantly Shanpo right behind her, then throw up W, auto attack her, and Q her as soon as she walks to the left side. Yeah, all like this. Okay. So she flashed, we couldn't get the kill. Let's skip to laning phase. I'm walking back to lane. I now have a pretty good lead over Ahri. So what I'm trying to do right here is, even though we're same level, I'm gonna kill her if we all in. Right now what I'm trying to do is get into Shanpo range, Shanpo behind her, and throw up the W dagger. If I do it correctly, the W dagger will definitely hit her. I can auto attack her once with the Shanpo, that's 3 damage sources, so it's a Thunderlord proc. And no matter where she runs, I can chase her with Q and E as soon as my Shanpo is back up. So that's my plan. Even if she charms me, unless I get like unlucky or position myself badly, the dagger damage would still come through. So I see the engage right here. She's in Shanpo range, so I Shanpo behind her. Throw up the W. She does charm me, and I position myself just a little bit too far towards it, so I don't get the dagger pickup, but it doesn't matter because I pick up the dagger anyway, and now she doesn't have E, she doesn't have Q, I think she also used W. I can chase with QE, wait for me to come back up, E auto attack. So even if she doesn't die, even if you mess up, that's like a really, really good trade. So if you're ahead and you think that enemy jungler isn't around, it was kind of a gamble for me right there. Just do what I did. Doesn't matter if the charm hits you. You don't have to like use Shanpo or use Flash to avoid the charm. If you get ahead in this lane through roaming or through solo kills, you want to engage on her with Shanpo and use the W behind her. And that's pre-6. After 6 things get a little bit more complicated. After 6 you can do the same, but you should probably juke to the left and to the right. Avoid the charm so she can't kill you. Like, ult actually gives her a pretty decent amount of damage. Try and pick up the dagger. try to get into a position for a good ult, or just use as many auto attacks as you can. As soon as she charms, E auto attack ult, and ignite and Q when she ults away. Flash into the dagger if you have to, and E onto her again for a post level 6 kill. I don't think I am doing one in this game though. No, okay. So the lane goes on. I see an opportunity to roam bot. This is also to do with lane pressure, by the way, because my lane is ahead. I can just push out the wave and go bot. So Ahri cannot follow me in this situation, because if she chooses to follow me, then I can just jump on her and chase her down. She'll have to use like all the ults without me having to use anything. This was a bit of a risky fight. If the Pantheon had his stun, that wouldn't have gone so well. But yeah, that's basically game at this point. So when you're playing against Ahri, use the strategies that I explained. Try to shunt on her and shunt exactly behind her. Use the dagger, catch her off guard. Try for the early game, well, maybe with the early game runes as well. And try them out. If you like them, then you like them. Post 6, things get more complicated, but you can still out-trade if you do it smart. Only ult off the charm, and try to push and roam if you have a lead. Like right here, the lane, I didn't even really outplay her in lane. I just got a bunch of kills from roaming bot lane, and roaming bot lane is like really the best strategy you can do on Katarina overall. I guess I've had the most success with bot lane roams. It's basically the easiest way to snowball the game. Yeah, that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck in the rift, and I'll see you guys next time.